So Mitch McConnell is trying to get Chuck Schumer to voluntarily give up some of the power that comes with being the majority party in the Senate. Should Chuck Schumer take him up on that? Let's talk about that. Because retaining all of the weapons in your legislative arsenal, like justice, matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So we talk a lot about accountability and justice. And usually when I'm talking about accountability, it's accountability for the crimes of, Trump and company. Trump and his co-conspirators, his accessories, his aiders and abettors, his criminal enablers, and the justice that comes with accountability. But today, let's talk about a different kind of justice. Let's talk about what I would call legislative justice, right? Justice in the legislative process. Things like fairness and decency, honor and integrity, and yes, compromise. Because it's being reported that Mitch McConnell, Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell is trying to get Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to agree to protect the filibuster and forego the nuclear option. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think I know exactly what those terms mean. I'm not a political expert. I don't even play one on TV. Frankly, every time I hear the word filibuster, I think of a really big sandwich, probably because I'm a Jersey guy. But here's what I think that means. I think Mitch McConnell is asking Chuck Schumer to voluntarily give up the opportunity, if push comes to shove, to pass legislation on a simple majority vote, or to confirm presidential nominees on a simple majority vote, 51 votes. And of course, because it's a 50-50 split in the Senate, 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, Vice President Harris is the tiebreaker. So she would be the 51st vote, obviously, in favor of whatever the Democrats were voting for. So Mitch McConnell wants Chuck Schumer to just relinquish this hard-earned power that comes with being the majority party in the Senate. Well, who is Mitch McConnell? Well, this is Mitch McConnell, reported by the Associated Press. Senate GOP leader relishes role as, quote, Grim Reaper. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell calls himself the Grim Reaper, the one who holds the scythe leading to the chamber where the desires of Speaker Nancy Pelosi's House majority go to die. And this is Mitch McConnell. In Senator Mitch McConnell's legislative graveyard, Senate Republicans block common sense legislation to secure our elections, protect Americans' health care, and safeguard pensions earned by working Americans. And this is Mitch McConnell. 5 times, Mitch McConnell said we shouldn't confirm a SCOTUS justice, a Supreme Court justice, in an election year. Until Mitch McConnell crammed a Supreme Court justice nominee down America's throat just days before a presidential election using a, quote, fabricated history to justify his, quote, flip-flop. That's who Mitch McConnell is. And, if it were me, if I were Chuck Schumer, I would say one thing and one thing only to Mitch McConnell. I would say we don't negotiate with legislative terrorists. Given what Mitch McConnell has just put this country through, I think the Democrats should show Mitch McConnell all the respect and deference he showed them in recent years. It is time to take the gloves off and fight for justice. Because justice matters. It matters. And as always, folks, thank you for tuning in to these daily videos. If you'd like to more formally support our all-volunteer efforts here, you can go over to patreon.com. You can sign up to become a patron. And if you do, I will send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note of thanks. We have a number of projects that we are working on, Team Justice, over on Patreon, including one that is appropriate to the topic of today's video. We are putting together an all-volunteer Citizens Brigade of Court Watchers. And once courts are no longer virtual, once the judges are back in court and the parties are back at council table, we're going to have citizens go into those courts, and we're going to keep our eyes on the Mitch McConnell judges, particularly the ones who are rated not qualified by the American Bar Association. And we are going to work to unpack the courts. Full citizen involvement in government. That's the goal. I contend that gone are the days, folks, when we can just vote for a politician, send him or her to Washington, and everything's going to be okay. Well, it's not going to be okay, and it hasn't been okay for a while. And that's why we're coming up with projects to encourage full citizen participation in all corners of government, including the courts. So please stay tuned for more information about the Citizens Brigade of Court Watchers, just one of the projects that Team Justice is working on over on patreon.com. You can also find me over on Facebook, Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner, and of course on Twitter, all day and night, trying to answer your legal questions as best I can, at Glenn Kirshner 2 on Twitter. So folks, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.